Welcome back, everybody. We've got to bring back an old tradition we used to do with Epic 7, and that is the patch notes. Correct. Today, we're going to start covering the Outerplane patch notes, and this is going to be the 23rd of October's patch notes. So sit back, grab some popcorn. This is going to be a long one. I'm going to go over this so that you don't have to, and you get to get my opinion right now. That also does mean that today's video for the Ultimate Beginner's Handbook is paused because I have to do this instead. So, yeah. But I've been looking forward to doing this. We used to do this a lot more often for Epic 7, literally every, I think what was it, a week we had one at least, or every other week. But yeah, so now from any on time out of here, when Outerplane pops up some patch notes, we'll be doing it as long as we're covering the game. Hooray! So, without further ado, let's go jump on into the whole patch note goodness. So, just for reference, I will put the documents in the description for you guys to be able to read. So this is able to keep you guys up to date, and this way you can't say I didn't know, because as long as you're watching my videos, you know. So, this is a 3-part series. We're going to go over this as fast as possible. We're going to skim over the TLDR information whenever it comes to that, but you're going to get everything you need to know. So let's start, and it says, Dear Masters, we would like to inform you of the in-game update scheduled for Thursday, October 23rd. And just with that reminder, October is almost over. Wow. Okay, I need to really, yeah, wow. Time flies by. Okay. You can check out the update content after the maintenance is complete. Please refer to the details below for more information. New hero, Viella. So, new hero recruitment event for Viella, who grants immunity to all allies, increases the team's overall damage through poison, is now underway. Viella is an Earth Healer Sage subclass. The period will be October 23rd to November 18th. Alright, so her skill, time for treatment. We don't care about the before enhancing skill, we only care about the enhanced skill. So, attacks an enemy and heals an ally with lowest health by 13%. If the enemy is poison, activates a dual attack with the ally with the highest attack. Okay, that's interesting. And then it increases the healing. So level 1 is the damage and weakness gauge, extra healing, weakness gauge, and healing and damage. Her burst skill requires action points for 70. Effects applies to all allies, 105, 50 action points, excluding the caster. And then the 5th star burst enhances the heal amount. Alright, so Venomous Charm. So again, after the enhancing. Triggered effect. When hit, counterattacks with Venomous Charm. When counterattacking is activated, attacks all enemies and inflicts poison for 2 turns with a 100% chance. Okay. Ignores the target's resilience, so it will land guaranteed. Additionally, heals all allies by 20%, grants a barrier to all allies for 2 turns. Barrier strength increases proportional to the target's max health. And again, now this one enhanced level is, the first one is damage and weakness gauge. Then it decreases the cooldown for the skill, 15% healing, and then enhances the poison, ignores resilience. All right. The Pain is Truth. So this is her skill 3, again, after enhancing, removes all debuffs from all allies, grants immunity for 3 turns, recover health of all allies by 35%, additionally increases Earth allies priority by 15%. And then her enhancement for this is the buff duration is 1. It reduces the cooldown of the skill, increases healing by 10% at 4, and level 5 is another 10%. Alright, now we move on to the chain and unique passive. So, the 3-star, so it's just the chain passive, the chain starter, grants weakness, grants find weakness to all allies for 2 turns. The dual attack effect is after attacking, heals the ally with the lowest health by 15%. Okay, so the starter effect will find weakness for all allies. Okay, cool. All right, then Transcendence. This is what's going to be probably asked about for a lot of people is how far to go. Again, you don't need to 6-star anybody. So always remember that. And when they're normal units, they can always be farmed in game. So, Burst level 2 is unlocked at the 3-star when you pull it. Then the 4th star is +5 ally speed. And then 1 chain passive weakness gauge reduction. 5th star is going to grant her burst. Level 3 will be unlocked. And then the 6th star will be another 5 with 25 action points at the start. So this is the standard kit pretty much that they put in for every normal unit. There's nothing special in the Transcendences, which is why you don't have to prioritize going deep and pulling for him. So this is one of those characters where patience is virtue. So pull one, stop, and then wait for it to be farmable, and then you can farm up 900 shards in the Doppelgänger. So if you do 900 shards divided by 30 a day, it'll take you 30 days to farm to 6 stars. Now that's excluding any other ways that dupes show up. So if there are other dupes and she's in any of that stuff, you can cut it down more. But if you're going to take this up, it will take roughly 30 days through the Doppelgänger. And that's also not counting if they also do buff events and stuff like that, where you can get more out of it. So 30 days, and you will have her 6-star for free if you go that way. Now, exclusive equipment. The name is Mortician's Coffin. The main stat is it reduces 20% of water damage taken. Unique effect is +30 ally team health. And her unique effect is increased damage dealt against targets with poison. So that's a pretty interesting exclusive equipment. So this is meant to be kind of like a new, unique supporting Earth healer, which Saeran, I believe, is the only one currently in the game that is a 3-star Earth healer. So this will probably help out with Earth Tower. Must pull? No, I would say if you've got a lot of those event tickets saved up, jump 50 in there. Maybe jump 100. I wouldn't go crazy trying to collect. I wouldn't try to... I'm trying to figure out how to balance that for y'all with your tickets. I know some of y'all that have re-rolled have probably spent them all. For those of you who are just like heavily collecting, the odds are you're going to get it fairly soon. I wouldn't dump like hundreds into it. Because, you're going to have to... The unfortunate thing is for those of you who do have a bunch, this is the one thing we do probably need to talk about, is you will have to burn in this order before you ever get... Never burn Aether. Stop right there. You're going to have to burn through the non-pity tickets to get to the pity tickets to get to Aether. So keep that in mind. I would collect one, but it's going to be awkward because right now we've got people that are sitting like me. I've got 700 tickets, so it means I don't get pity until I think I have pity built up for like 2 or 3 units already from a long time ago, so I may not even need to pull for her. But yeah, next up is actually something crazy. Eternal Kitsune Tamamo-no-Mae drop rate event. Limited hero. This is why we keep telling you and harping on do not use your Aether. It's for seasonal limited units and stuff like this. So, limited hero, Kitsune of Eternity Tamamo-no-Mae, who attacks the opponent with heavy strikes and inflicts an irremovable curse for strategic advantage, will be joining us during the upcoming drop rate up event. So, number 2 is Tamamo limited unit is being rerun immediately after Summer Ember. Now that is technically not originally planned. Remember, Ember was delayed for the service transfer. So yes, there are going to be some players who are going to be slightly upset that there are 2 limiteds back to back, but that was not how it was originally planned. They decided to let that be a major 9 VA games release versus a Smilegate VA games release. So Tamamo is a Earth Mage Wizard. Wizards don't wear hats. All right. She is here from the 24th. No, she is. Yeah. Wait. Huh? Oh, the dates are wrong. And they wrote it backwards. Right here, there is a, the spelling, it's supposed to be 25/10/22, which is, this is last year's date. Nice copy pasta, people. All right, so, she's going to be here from the 22nd after maintenance to the, 4th of November. So you will get, wait, that's not right. No, yeah, it is. That's 2 weeks. Week 1. Yeah, week 2. Okay, yeah, so she's going to be here for 2 weeks. Kitsune of Eternity will not be added to the normal recruit drop rate up of a hero or demiurge recruit after the drop rate ends because she is a limited hero and may appear at the similar time later. So this will be the only time for you to pull. The seasonal limited recruit ticket for Kitsune no Mae uses limited recruitment tickets and Aether. Each recruitment consumes 1 limited recruitment ticket or 150 Aether, so she'll be following the same thing Summer Emmer did. Rewards will be given based on the number of times you perform the seasonal recruitment as shown in the table below. 100 ticket or 100 recruits, you'll get 5 tickets. 200, you'll get 5 tickets. 250, you'll get 5 tickets. 300, you'll get 5 tickets. 350, you'll get 10 tickets. And if you spend 400, so 40 multis gives you... let's see here. That is 10, 20, 30, 40. So 40 or 400 tickets is 40 multis. Will give you 4 multis. So you get 10% back. I mean, it's something. At least they are throwing something in there, but I mean, this is standard for all of them, but I mean, you got to look at it as it's 10% refunded. Cool. I mean, it's 4 extra 10 pulls you get to do if you're chasing, trying to get pity. 40 multis would probably get you up there, but I don't think that's enough to guarantee a 6-star unit. Each seasonal recruitment grants 1 limited mileage. The recruit Kitsune Eternity Tamamo-no-Mae after spending 150 mileage, so you need 15 multis to get 1 guaranteed. You can use any remaining seasonal recruitment tickets after the recruitment period ends for the next seasonal recruitment, meaning as you collect those or buy the packs with the limited tickets in there, you can use it on to the next one. And we know that there are more coming. We know that Holiday Diane is coming, and we know that there is a new Christmas unit coming for sure. Are what they have mentioned in the developer's video. After the recruitment period ends, the limited mileage will not carry over to the next seasonal recruitment and will be converted into stars memory. Each limited mileage will be converted into 5 stars memory. Now, they have said that they are debating this. It is not currently in favor of doing it, but it has been talk about potentially making it carry over to the next unit. But they need to have the internal discussion further on that. So that's something that they have been talking about. New heroes appearing through the seasonal recruitment will not have their pieces available through the Peace Shop or Doppelgänger dungeon. I think that they will and you eventually need to change this, and they need to make it significantly higher. Like, you can farm them, but it is brutal. Like, you get like almost nothing. So that it does... They're going to have to do something like what Epic 7 did to reduce limited unit fatigue at some point, and that normally happens around year 3-ish. It's about time to do it because of the amount of units that need to be rerun. So either they need to put it in there at like a really brutal rate of return on investment, or they need to do like the custom recruit banner where they run it a couple times a year to where you can just summon whatever you want out of it for limited units and stuff like that to allow you to obtain these limited units at a faster, better pace. because eventually it's going to be limited to fatigue, and you can never really get ahead without, if you just run it banner, 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 banner. So it allows them to save up, kind of burst, save for a while, burst, save for a while, burst. They'll have to eventually do that, but that's up to them. It's their game. They can figure it out. Heroes with unique conditions, such as Demi-Herge heroes, will be excluded from the seasonal recruitment pool. It's just the normal heroes plus the one limited hero. Players can receive exclusive rewards when they transcend Tamamo-no-Mae, Kitsune of Eternity. You'll get a profile picture, you'll get her chibi for her lobby, and then you get the exclusive lobby animation background from this. All right, new side story added and existing side story adjustments. Velia's side story will be added. Players will be able to access it via the category New Encounters. The side story will consist of 7 battle stages and 4 story stages. Velia's side story will be moved. Velia's story will be moved to a brief interlude tab when the next new hero appears. All right, so that's whenever they bring out the next one. Fran's side story will be moved to a brief interlude tab, and its entry condition will be adjusted to be available after the account level of 45. If you've cleared at least one stage of Fran's side story before the patch, the side story will remain available. So if you don't have your account level 45 and you've already started that, it'll be remaining there. So as a heads up, if you watch this video in the next 24 hours, definitely go out and pop that story real quick if your account is under that, so you can go ahead and grind the Aether out of it, or if not, you've got to wait till account level 45. So don't say I didn't tell you so. The level range of Fran's side story will be changed from 70 to 75. Custom recruitment pool and defeated Doppelgänger hero update. Fran will be added to the custom recruit pool. She'll also be added to the Doppelgänger. This is great. Meaning if you've saved up a bunch of tickets and you still don't have all of your units and you're wanting Fran, you can now pull. I would now suggest start pulling for her inside of the custom recruit banner to collect a couple more heroes. Again, when you get down to like the last 1 or 2, it becomes significantly worse because you don't really want to use your tickets for dupes, but I know that's what a lot of you would do anyway, so you may have them, you may not. I will now start pulling again until I get at least try to get one of Fran. If I get kind of screwed after this, I'll stop and I'll just farm it out from the Doppelgänger to get her. Number 5, Event Dungeon. Never Stop Soulslayers reopened. The event dungeon Never Stop Soulslayers is available again. The product frame, lobby, and costume purchases during the previous Summer Mayhem event cannot be purchased again. Even if the... I think it meant to be this. Even if you already own the lobby mascot frame and background costume, the purchase button may still appear active. Please note that each of these items can only be owned once. Avoid making the purchase if you already have one. If you've already purchased while already owning it, we may not be able to provide any assistance. Okay, the mission and dungeon clear history previously played will be deleted, and the achievement rewards for each dungeon, as well as the initial dungeon clear rewards, will be reset. All right, so I think they meant the Never Stop Soulslayers, unless that is the name of the event. That feels weird. I would have sworn it would have been this because of this and this. So it's probably another typo, but that's fine. Again, the unlock conditions for this is Season 1, Normal 3-5, which is consistent with everything we've talked about so far in the Ultimate Beginner's Handbook. This will be running from the 23rd of October through the 11th. So this one will give you 3 weeks to go through the side story. Event Shop will be available from the 23rd through the 18th. They'll give you an extra 7 days to make sure you buy your currency. Rank Challenge period will be available from the 30th to the 11th. After the event period ends, only the event shop will remain accessible. Everything else will be shut off because it's just allowing you to spend your currency. How to use. To access the event dungeon for Never Stop Soulslayers, tap the event story banner. It's basically how we've gone through it. It's in these event side stories that you've seen us talk about in the Ultimate Beginner's Handbook, or just go pop in and watch the side stories, the event side story, or the event story video on the Ultimate Beginner's Handbook, and that'll walk you through how to do this, and we could save us some time here. The hard mode dungeon can only be cleared 20 times. Cool, yes. All right, ranked challenge. So ranked challenge, you can enter ranked challenge during the last week of the event period. You can acquire rewards, and the rewards will be a basic skill manual, intermediate skill manual. Then you'll get 5 recruitment tickets if you can hit triple S, and you need to hit 350,000 damage required. As we talk about in the Ultimate Beginner's Handbook, this is okay if you can only go so far in the beginning. Do not sweat it. It's just 5 tickets. I know for some players that gets a little bit harder to hit as you progress into, or as you earlier you are progressing into the game. So just go in, get as high as you can get. Keep trying it once per day until the event ends. And if you can't get the triple S, don't sweat it. It's okay. The next one that comes along, you should be able to get it. It's a stepping mechanic. It's a marathon, not a race. It's okay. All right, so check-in event. You can obtain login rewards during the event period. Check-in event number 1. This will be available from the 23rd to the 11th, and this will have a 7-day check-in, which will give you a cursed script piece, 350. This is going to be a currency you spend. You'll get 500,000 gold. You'll get 40 steak dishes, nice EXP. Basic skill manuals 5, intermediate skill manuals 3. So greens, you're going to get 5. Blues, you'll get 3. You get 250 stamina, and then a Transy Stone individual for the 7-day. The second part of the check-in event, which will be available from the 30th to the 11th, you'll get Vanguard Spirit marble pieces, 400. You'll get a professional skill manual. You'll get 1 red one. You'll get a total Transy Stone there for the being able to reforge the whole gear. Legendary quality preset selection chest. Present selection chest, you'll get 20 of those, so you'll be able to upgrade their friendship a little bit. And then day 5, you'll get tent recruitment tickets for the limited banner. So this is how you'd end up playing that, is if you are really trying to stay hashtag free to play and you don't want to spend any Aether, you need to wait till day 5 of the check-in event. So before you finish dropping Aether into it, to see if you end up getting her on that ticket there. And if not, obviously it's just a nice collection to save for the next unit. Event shop. You can use the curse script and the Vengeful Spirits marble pieces to acquire from playing through the Never Stop Soulslayers dungeon to exchange for various items. The event is available during the event period for 1 additional week after it ends. All right, that feels like it's repetitive. All right, so the event bonus heroes. So now's the time to go start collecting these heroes if you want to get the extra pieces to farm it faster so that you can get on with other things. Tamamo-no-Mae, the limited version will be a 15% bonus during week 1, and Bren will be available for week 1. So that is one of the fire heroes as well. You'll get 30 total bonus on that week, and then Cannon and Nakari will be your bonus for part 2. And you can get a total of 30% bonus. Event rewards will be normal part 1. You'll get 100 gold, 300 gold, 500,000 gold. You'll get 4 basic manuals. Intermediate, you'll get intermediate, professional, and basic skill manuals in hard part 1. Special recruitment event tickets, you'll get a total of 5. Stage 3 gym chest, you'll get a total of 6 for hard part 2. You'll be able to purchase the following items by using event currency you have acquired. The event shop can be found in the event page, and this is the script shop. We're not going to cover the prices, but the TLDR is you're going to get a weapon right here. It's going to be a 6-star legendary weapon. Film industry unfair contract. Soulslayer Apocalypse A Ren. Soulslayer of Apocalypse B Ame. One-time purchase. You'll get these are costumes, by the way, which we're about to get to down here. 5 pieces of Ren, 5 pieces of Ame. You'll be able to purchase those multiple times. You'll get 100,000 gold. Glue Knight, Refined Glue Knight. Potenium for weapon accessories. Potenium for armors. Transy Stones and for both. Ninja of the Apocalypse. Edelweiss. I think it was Edelweiss. You'll get her costume. In that, Tome of Perish and Rebirth, the accessory, legendary 6-star accessory, you'll get Kuro and Eldawise pieces, 100,000 gold, 3-stage, this is for the marble piece, by the way, stage 3 random gem chest and steak dish. So these will be the 3 costumes, the Halloween limited costumes. These are not available during the rest of the year. So if you do want to collect or just have access to them, they are right here. Number 6 is the Lucky Draw event capsule. Complete Velia's daily missions to obtain event coins. Use the event coins to draw through the capsule. Additional rewards based on the number of coins used. So complete 3 missions, complete 7 missions, up to 20 missions, and you'll get gold, stamina, and aether, 30 aether a day. You can get this twice. So draw the lucky capsule reward table. So you'll use 3x of that, and here are the rewards through that. You'll get stamina, gold, legendary reforge, catalyst, normal quality present, selection, master's hammers, and special recruitment event tickets. These are the non-pity versions, or these are the pity versions. No, these are the non-pity versions. And then cumulative rewards is after you've spent the coins, you'll get a legendary present, selection chest, you'll get special recruitment ticket event, and refined glue knight. All right, so that is part 1. So now time for part 2. All right, so continuing on, we have number 7, the Monad Festival event. Will be available after the update. So, Monad Festival Fireworks event. Complete the festival fireworks daily missions to obtain firework items. Use the obtained fireworks to enjoy the fireworks show. Earn various rewards during the Bountiful Day costume, including the Bountiful Day costume, based on your total accumulated fireworks score. Event period will be the 23rd to the 4th, before maintenance. Spend stamina daily to collect fireworks. Ame's jackpot fireworks triggers randomly based on chance, does not exist as a separate item. Okay. So use 50, 100, 150, 200, 300 stamina, and you will get the different fireworks. Fireworks of Azure, score is 500, score multiplier is 0.1. You have 5 Parted Sun, the firework of the Cascading Cherry Blossoms, the strongest firework of mankind, and then the firework of Outerplane is 3,000, and this also has a jackpot percent of 25%. All right, so either it goes or it doesn't. When using the fireworks Outerplane, there's a certain chance that Ame's jackpot firework to occur. When Ame's triggered, it'll add an additional 5,000 points, which will be added to your score. Rewards can be obtained based on your score you achieve. So there it is down here. And here are the rewards. There are 30 of them. So what are those rewards? They are gold, stamina, special recruitment ticket, steak dish, basic skill manual, legendary quality, present, selection chest, gold, stamina, the call of the demiurge. There's 50, so that's 5. That's not a full multi. Bountiful Day of Ren, right there. Gold, stamina, a special recruitment ticket, unlimited restaurant voucher. You have intermediate skill manual, legendary quality present, gold, stamina, call of the demiurge. There's the full 10 pull right there. Bountiful Day, Fran. Is at 20. Gold, stamina, special recruitment ticket, oath of determination, professional skill manual, legendary quality present, selection, gold, stamina, call of the demiurge event. So you're getting a multi and a half, and then Bountiful Day, Ame. And here are the 3 costumes. So you have Ame, Ren, and Fran are getting 3 types of costumes that are grindable. So good luck. Make sure you spend your staminas daily. Festival check-in event from the 23rd to the 4th. Bountiful Day Veronica will be available right away. Kabam! You're going to be getting Veronica's costume. And then it's going to be special recruitment tickets. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 50. 50 more tickets. And then Call of the Demiurge So this will get you 2 total multis of Call of the Demiurge through this event. And there is Veronica's costume, which looks all nice and bikini dapper, I think is the word we want to use for this. Yeah, bikini dapper. That's going to be the word for this. All right. So, new Guild Raid season. Hooray! We've been waiting for this, so it means I can make a video on it. The Madman's Laboratory will begin according to the following schedule. This will be through the 23rd through the 30th. The calculation period will be from the 30th to the 6th. All right, break schedule will be from the 6th, will be at the 6th to the start of the next season, so whenever they announce it. Okay, so how to play. Battles will be conducted across 2 phases against the Geas Guardians and the main boss. Phase 1 will consist of 5 stages where you must defeat the 2 Geas Guardians in each stage. Phase 2, collaborate with the guild to defeat the main boss. The main boss shares his health with the guild members, similar to the Geas Guardians. Clearing Phase 1 progresses to the battle of Phase 2. If Phase 1 is not cleared within 2 days of the guild's start, it'll automatically transition into Phase 2 regardless of completion status. Special entry tickets. If a boss is defeated when its health is below a certain threshold, you can only obtain special entry ticket. Special entry ticket will allow you to challenge the previous boss during the remaining turns. If you clear a boss within 3 turns remaining after consuming a guild raid ticket, you can use a special entry ticket to proceed with those 3 turns. Heroes, when used when entering special entry tickets, are not marked as unavailable. Both a special entry ticket and guild raid ticket are available. The special entry tickets are consumed first. Special entry tickets expire daily and at the daily reset if unused. All right, so we'll be going over this and showing you the guild raid as soon as it pops up. I will make a video and you'll probably have it the next day. All right, next up, new joint challenge. Good, this is coming up, so I will be able to get a hold of this on the 28th. Yeah, I'm going to have to delay it on the Ultimate Beginner's Handbook. All right, so new joint challenge. Prototype EX78 will begin according to the following schedule on the 28th through the 4th before maintenance. In this challenge, players will earn points and joint challenge coins through boss battles. Players can use joint challenge coins to purchase various items from the shop. You can also earn achievement rewards based upon the total of points achieved by all users on the server. So this is based on your server. So hopefully your server is not dead, which I think there's only 3. Number 10, Skyward Tower Hard Update. Oh, dear Lord. I thought I was done with that. All right, so maximum floors of Skyward Hard Tower have been expanded to 40 floors. Yay, more 2 stars. Just kidding, it's actually not that bad. It's actually kind of fun. Certain deployment restrictions may apply when forming allies on specific floors. No crap, that's the whole point of hard towers. It's use 2-star this, use 2-star that. By clearing higher difficulties, you can obtain rewards such as 3-star hero piece selection tickets, refined glue knight, transy stones, and Call of the Demiurge. I'm not gonna lie that some of those rewards kind of need to be updated. They're kind of not that great for the effort you're putting into it. So they do need to someday look at updating that, but it's not bad. It's actually pretty helpful for the most part. Okay, here's the part we've kind of been waiting for. So they talked about this in the producer's video here back at the beginning of the service transfer, and we finally get to see the first balance adjustments in the game. So the idea said they wanted to bring it up to start bringing units up to post Smile Gate power creep. So this will be interesting to see how this goes. So the first hero up is Rhona. So she's a 3-star heavy, deals heavy attacks, is increased. Rhona's passive skill chain has been changed before. Critical hit chance to 10% HP to 10% HP. All right, each skill has been updated as follows. Rose Slash. All right, we only care about the after enhancement because that's what we need to see. Is attacks 2 enemies with a heavy strike. Damage dealt increases proportionate to the caster's max health. Okay, so we're getting max health off of that. And then after attacks 2 enemies with a heavy strike, damage dealing proportionate to the caster's health, and deals greater damage to boss monsters. Okay, so they're adding in the deals greater damage to boss monsters. So this is her skill 1. I didn't expect too much off of that. All right, so now her passive. So after is before... Oh, so we only need to read the after part down here. Attacks all enemies with heavy strike and recovers health of the caster by 15%. Damage dealt increased proportionally to the caster's max health. Additionally increases inversely proportionate to the number of targets and deals damage greater to boss monsters. Okay, so this is the vague stuff of patch notes that I don't like. How much more damage are you adding? Why don't you want to say that? Maybe they do in the text, but in these graphics like this, they never end up saying. This was a issue with Smilegate that we roasted them all the time on in their patch notes. The burst skill is getting -2 cooldowns at the end of the world. Okay, for her burst 3 is getting -2 cooldown. So it'll reduce the cooldown by 2 turns. All right, end of the world. After enhancing of the skill. All right, so after. Attacks all enemies with a heavy strike, inflicts reduced defense on all targets for 2 turns. Ignores resilience, so that is cool. That's the new buff. Damage dealt increased proportionally to the caster's max health, and additionally increases inversely proportionate to the number of targets. When the target is a boss, deals increased damage and gains an extra turn. Okay, so now she will take an extra turn, so she'll now do 2 turns on when she's attacking a boss. That's kind of cool on helping her cycle. And then her exclusive equipment, unique effect, was the only thing changed here. It was originally damage dealt increased proportional to crit damage. Now increases damage dealt to water enemies by 50%, does not have any effect on elemental advantage. So she'll get an extra 50% to water enemies there. Next up is Alice. Okay, so now after her Dormouse Whiskers, the cooldown. So this is her skill 1. After the enhancement, attacks an enemy and has a 100% chance to increase evasion for 2 turns versus the 50-50. Because let's be real, it either goes or it doesn't, with a 70% chance. So that's all they changed on her skill 1. Hatter's Teacup, we don't care about the before, so we're going to read the after. And the after here is, when using the skill, has a 100% chance to remove 1 debuff from all enemies, or 1 buff from all enemies, then attacks them. After attacking, inflicts reduced effectiveness for 1 turn on all enemies, inflicts reduced speed on water enemies, increases priority by 25 for every target that is inflicted with damage. Okay. So that's interesting. I'll be curious to see how this starts playing out. The reduced speed on water enemies. What exactly are we trying to do with this unit? Let's see what else they change in her kit. So, burst skill, nothing changes. Alice in Wonderland. After enhancement, before, has a 70% chance to inflict unbuffable for 2 turns. After, attacks all enemies and has a 70% chance to inflict unbuffable for 2 turns. And then, inflict execution time for 2 turns. Execution time. Increases damage taken from earth enemies, irremovable. How much damage taken? Don't leave me hanging. Tell me. Can I have a crumb? Can you at least tell me how much that buff is worth in the patch notes? That's really helpful information. And then they changed nothing else about her kit. All right, Saeran. So, the 3-star healer, the only other one that's in the game. So, Power of Light. All right, so after. Attacks an enemy, has an 80% chance to remove 1 debuff from an ally, and heals the ally with the lowest health by 15%. Okay, so every time she attacks, she'll heal 1 ally by 15%. Okay. We'll see how that cooks. Gaze Upon Us, after. Heals all allies by 35% of Saeran's max health, additionally recovers all other allies' action points by 25%. Then, it removes 1 debuff from Earth allies, including the caster, and grants sustained recovery for 1 turn. The amount of healing is proportional to the target's max health. So that depends upon the unit's health that it goes on top of. And that's the skill there. Nothing's done from her burst skill. All right, Arise. So after enhancing, heals allies by 100% and reduces heals one ally by 100% and reduces the target's skill cooldown by 2 turns. Additionally, removes all of the target's debuffs. Should be debuff. Buffs. And increase the target's priority by 100%. Grants invulnerability and increased 2 turns if the target is an increased to... Oh, it's going to grant invulnerability, and if it's an Earth ally, it'll make it 2 turns. If they're an Earth ally. Okay. I'm not sure if that's going to end up doing it for her, but I think that's definitely a step in the right direction. I'll have to see how that plays out. We used to use her a little bit back during the early days, but Tio just ended up eclipsing at that point every healer in the game. So it was 99% of the time Tio went into things she shouldn't have been into. So we didn't use her as much, but she definitely had to be used. And I'll be curious to see how this works now. All right, whoa, okay. Number 4, 3-star hero Gnosis, Dahlia, and Kitsune of Eternity Tamamo-no-Mae. Damage dealt by heavy strikes has been increased. So they're going ahead and buffing Gnosis, Nella, and Tamamo as well. So this must be just something they're doing to the phrase heavy strikes is in both of those kits. So they're going ahead and buffing both of those. So they are going ahead and post-buffing already released hero. So that's cool that they're going to do it even though they're not like currently in rotation. That was one of the issues with it was an issue is they wouldn't do that or Smilegate normally had a bad habit with Epic 7 of not doing it unless it was being rerun. So I'm not going to say, but I'm just going to say the famous line. So you're telling me there's a chance?
Sorry, I don't understand.
I'm not talking to you. There's a chance she's going to get rerun. Not hyping. Just saying. There's a chance. Because if they announced it in... At least Smilegate's practice was if they announced it in a balance patch, it's getting rerun. But I mean, this is so minuscule because this is her skill 1, I'm assuming. It's probably not. Normally bigger changes would. But you know what? I'm just going to say it. So you're telling me there's a chance. No. But there's a chance. So, just in case, I've said it. And you can't say, why didn't you warn me? There was my warning. All right, Season 2, normal balance adjustments. The stats and skills effects of certain monsters appearing in Season 2 normal stages have been nerfed. So there they are. This is what they've changed. They didn't tell you by how much. They're just making it a little bit easier for you to clear. And the idea of this isn't to make the game easier overall for making your investments worthless. It's just the idea of creating a better flow for the new player experience, that there isn't some certain mechanics that will literally catch you with your pants down if you aren't paying attention. So that it's more about understanding the flow and playing the game than it is actually getting a challenge, where the challenge is supposed to be in hard mode and beyond. All right, number 6, Skyward Tower, hard difficulty adjustment. The stats of certain monsters appearing in Skyward Tower Hard have been nerfed. So floor 5, 8, 10, 13, 15, 16, 22, 25, 26, 28, and 29. Of course they do this. That'll be good. That'll help players get through it. And honestly, if you're adding more floors, the earlier floors don't need to be quite as grindy. So that's cool. I'm sure this will be nice. And then special request is the Sacred Guardian passive effect. Inflict stunned all enemies has been changed to stuns all enemies except healers. Glyce's Frozen Queen stage 1 through 10. Invincibility effect granted upon entering the Enrage has been changed from irremovable to removable. Thank you. So this means you can cheese this stage a lot easier to climb up, especially with your special request challenges. As we were just talking yesterday, how there was a way that, you know, you could kind of cheese your way through it. Now you can actually cheese your way up to at least 10 to get through that stuff easier, to start getting the 6-star gear. That will help you out because as long as you can bring somebody who can get rid of that thing, you can keep attacking her. So that's cool. But wait, there's more. Wait, you're really not done? No, I'm not. And then I got to go back and I got to talk about a couple things. Patch Notes Part 3. I told you to grab popcorn. So, you know what? I'm going to give you 5 seconds so you can pause the video. Then you can come back. Because I know you probably need a bathroom break by now. So it's okay. Pause the video. I'll be here. Go. I'm serious. Okay, now welcome back. All right, cool. So now that you're done, let's and you've relieved your bladder. Number 12, new battle pass has been added. A new battle pass has been added featuring the costume of Fatal Bunny Girl Viella. All right, so she's gonna get the bunny costume that he was showing off. He said he wasn't really happy or kind of mixed feelings about the art, and I had a feeling that was gonna be the new unit costume. I had a feeling. I just knew it. There was no way that was just fan art. That was released in the dev letter. So, yeah, he said he was mixed feelings about this, which is kind of sad. And I was like, it looked good, but whatever. Maybe he's got it polished by now. All right, so this will be available from the 23rd to the 3rd of November. You'll have 2 purchase versions, which is the Premium Pass, which gets you just the items, or for $19.99 will get you the full costume and everything there. All right, and then, so what is available in this? It's your usual Battle Pass stuff. I'll let you guys, if you want to read over it, it's right there, but we're not going to cover it. The TLDR is, it's got some good stuff in it. It does have value. It is worth spending on. If you do have the type of cash, remember, we got to get better as a community spending on this game if you can't afford it because you want to keep the lights on. If you don't keep the lights on, this game doesn't stay up. And they're in that state where we got to be promoting the paid aspects of the game. This has a lot of value. The things in here that are huge is the professional skill manual. So there's a lot of red books in here. You're getting a chunk of gold. You're getting hammers. You're getting an accessory. So you're getting a resurrection token. Oh my god, this means this is probably perfect rolled. An emblem of dominance. Not really super happy about that, but it's going to go along with the theme of she's a healer. Keep that in mind. She's a healer, so this is going to be themed around healers. Just like the last one was themed around rangers, and that ranger one was god tier. I was so happy about that. You're going to get skill manuals. Call of the Demiurge, so you'll get a multi out of that. I wish this was actually a real table and not an image so I could search. I don't think there's any more. But you'll get one multi out of the premium version. Non-premium versions, it still is totally worth because to grind it out, it's a pretty good pass as it is. But for the spending side, it is definitely making it worth doing. All right, limited time Aether shop. So Kuro is getting a 500 Aether costume added in. So if you want to spend 500 Aether to get the furry's Halloween costume, it is totally worth. I mean, just look at it. She's got a little pumpkin on her head. Don't you want to spend it for the 500 to get the pumpkin on the head? We're going to do it anyway. All right, new packs. All right, we got to talk about this because they need money. Monetization is okay. It's not a curse, people. This is not bad. Now, while I am very much the person who will go against over monetization, this is where they're trying to work on their new monetization model, because what they were struggling with was people buying anything in their game. If nobody buys in the game, they shut the lights off. I am very tempted to do an economics video just so that you guys can understand the possibility. I will not ever confirm or deny that this is their actual overheads or potential overheads if I ever did that. But if I ever made an economics video, I would show you what it is potentially like for a developer and why you need to spend money. And you have to spend a lot of money in the game at some point. Somebody does, around, as collectively as a group, to keep the lights on. So, that being said, let's take a look at some of their packs and what they're spending and what's going on here. All right, so the step-up pack. So this is the 5 step-ups, and there's some Korean there that we cannot read. So, Tamamo-no-Mae step-up 1, you're going to get 3 free recruitment tickets. It's going to probably follow along with what you just done, with what you just got. All right, step up number 2 is going to be limited recruitment tickets. You're going to get 10 for $6.99. You'll get Aether paid. Limited recruitment tickets, 20 intermediate skill manuals for $10, and then 2 million gold. Tamamo-no-Mae, you're going to get paid Aether, limited recruitment tickets, professional skill manual. Artisan gold hammer, more gold for 22. And you're looking at step up 5, Aether, you're getting 5,500. 60 recruitment tickets, purple memory stone, blue memory stone. Right there, you're getting 5 million gold. Step up reward, you're going to get stamina, unlimited restaurant voucher. You're getting a Book of Evolution, the Korean word, whatever it is there. Yeah, you're getting one of those, whatever it is. And you're getting the limited recruitment ticket 10. So this will be available from the 23rd to the 4th. And just so that if you guys are wondering what the entire total is, it is $39.99, $22.99, $10.99, $6.99. You're spending $80.96 USD to buy this out. In terms of value, you are getting 60, 100, 20, 30. So you're getting 130 tickets for $80 to pull the limited unit. If you are a spender and you're only going to be getting one copy, that is almost a full pity. You are too shy away from pity on that, but the Aether instantly makes up for it because you get 5,500 and you only need 3,000 Aether to guarantee pity. So for $80.96, you can pity the unit. Again, I'm not telling anybody to spend over what they can afford or what they can budget. I'm just telling you that if you are that person, you do have a wallet who can spend something. Something is better than nothing. If anybody spends a little bit, it makes it easier overall. All right, so the recommended limited packs. Kitsune of Eternity Tamamo-no-Mae will have a... this is a once per account, displayed 24 hours after recruitment. It'll 10x attempt. Be 99 cents. There'll be 10 in that. Kitsune Tamamo-no-Mae, recruitment booster 2. Recruitment for $9.99. You'll get 2 multis. Once per account, displayed 48 hours after 40 attempts. So this is why if you're going to pace yourself as a spender, do note this. Kitsune of Eternity booster number 3 is 40. So you're getting 40, 60, 70 more tickets there. Over guaranteed pity for if you're buying the other one. For $19.99, and this will be displayed 48 hours after an 80 recruitment attempts. So that would allow you to nearly finish it off. All right, Never Stop Soulslayers, limited recruitment tickets, 5 stamina, cursed script pieces, Aether paid. Wait, hold on. Cursed script pieces, this is $2.99. Once per account, displayed after clearing normal season week 1, and this will be available to that for $2.99 for that. Never Stop Soulslayers 2 will give you a multi stamina and 1,000 pieces for $9.99. This will be displayed after completing normal. So if you're trying to chase limited recruitments, there's another 15 tickets here for another $13, $12, 11, 13, $12, $13. Depending on your currency is really what's going to come down to in the end. So overall, not too terrible for limited event stuff. I mean, this is definitely, for $80, that is worth with all the stuff you're getting in it. I just would like to know what that Korean word is. But we'll figure that out when the patch comes up. All right, recommended specials. Archdemon's Bane special recruitment tickets is 10 for 99 cents. That's available once per week. Archdemon's Bane gift is another special recruitment for $2.99. And that's going to include Aether 300 and Gold 500. Aether 1,500 limited recruitment tickets for $9.99. This is available twice per week. That's a little expensive for the tickets with the other values, but if you're going to be chasing tickets, that's actually still cheap for a multi. Especially considering you're getting a multi and Aether as well. So you're technically getting 2 multis for $9.99, so then that's really not bad. But I mean, if we're looking at a ticket value, it's a little expensive, but the Aether, 2 multis, it's not bad. All right, and then number 4, paid Aether, 2,500. Limited recruitment tickets, 30. Definitely more value there. Professional skill manual. I mean, the manual's right there. Just boom. That's value right there for $19.99 if you are a spender, and that's available for twice per week while this is available. Recommended Transcendence. Viella Transcendence pack is going to be 450 pieces, so that takes you, I think, to like 4-star plus. No, 5-star. Is that taking it instantly to 5-star? Because it's 150 for 4-star, 300 for 4-star plus, or I'd have to look at it in game. I don't have my game pulled up. It's 150 each step. So it's 4-star, 4-star plus 5-star. Yeah, so 5-star for $20. Special recruitment tickets, intermediate manual, so the blue manual, green manual, and gold for $20 once per account. All right, then the enhanced recommended Transcendence pack, limited Kitsune Tamamo-no-Mae, will give you 150 pieces, so it'll give you 1-star, or it'll give you 1 Transcendence level up. Aether paid 1,500. Limited recruitment tickets will give you 20. Legendary quality presents selection chest, 83 million gold for $64 once per account. These are always available once you pull the unit, so this is not something you have to worry about spending on right away. We've been bouncing back and forth on this, talking about the value of a pity. And we're kind of in the middle on this from what we've talked about with the community so far that have been in chat. This is a little weird, so we'll have to see what's going on with that. Resources, costume singles. You have Utopia Bride Diane will be added for $14.99 once per account after the maintenance. Right now, you need to go buy it. It's $9.99 if you want this costume, and you're going to get some stuff. So it's much better to buy this in the next 24 hours than after maintenance. But it will become permanently available. And then Valada's costume, which is in the season pass for $9.99 right now, is it's $19.99, but it's $9.99 considering what you're buying. So it's more beneficial right now to buy it while it's in the season pass than buying it post season pass. But if you are starting post season pass, this is how you get it. Other improvements: the Bounty Hunter, Bandit Chase, and Upgrade and Special Request challenges will now be cleared all at once using the Sweep All button at the bottom left challenge screen. So now all of these will be done at once. This must mean this is going off the rotation of where you could select everything. Unless you're now telling me we can now sweep them all at once. Because that used to be a thing, and it would trigger us immensely playing the game. You get a hero, you need it to be upgraded. It's hard to pre-farm it, or you don't realize you need to pre-farm it. So if this is making it where you can't select everything, this is kind of weird. To have that sweep all, but if it's not, it's because it's whatever's up daily, and then that makes total sense that you're sweeping whatever one is done. Kate's Workshop, multiple items, including the special enhancement category, will now be crafted at once. The area blind feature has been removed. A home button has been added near the back button. Tapping it will take you directly to the lobby. In the event dungeon team formation screen, resource bonus allies will now be displayed first. Thank you. That is huge. Instead of having to go fishing through all your units to go find them. The animation speed of precise crafting has been adjusted. When selecting do not show this again on the lobby banner, the pop-up will now close automatically. Even better. When certain allies' trust reach max, it can now be sold. Cool. Because my Oath of Air and my Oath of Eternal cannot be used. So great that is now a thing. So anybody that you have pre-done, for those of us who have the who have already done some of the starter characters prior to their challenge special requests, you can now sell them for 500,000 gold. I mean, it's something. All right, number 16, and lastly, is bug fixes. Fixed an issue where the screen displayed abnormally when entering the story after giving up midway through in a regular pursuit operation. Fixed an issue that caused delay during special recruitment. I've actually had that one. Fixed an issue where the game closed unexpectedly during the first Google account linking process. I didn't experience that because I haven't done it. Fixed an issue where red dots appear on hidden content even though no notification is present when collapsing on the right side of the lobby menu. Fixed an issue where Guild Quest Stage 1 Mission 1-4 could not be completed. Didn't experience that. Guide Quest Step 4 mission cleared the Archdemon Ruin Special 1 could not be completed. Fixed an issue where the UI overlapped the go-to following the completion of Enhanced Gift mission of Naja's Guide Quest. Fixed an issue where submissions in the Mirsha Continent Adventure 1 and 2 events could not be completed. Fixed an issue where the game froze during loading when switching servers. Fixed an issue where certain animations did not display properly after entering enhanced screen from the change gear menu of allies with special backgrounds. Fixed an issue where a black screen appeared intermittently when tapping Rico's secret shop. I actually did see this before it was unlocked. Fixed an issue where the background appeared white when entering the mailbox from the special request screen. Didn't see that one. And fixed an issue where certain equipment option text appears smaller when the language is set to Japanese. All right, so that is the patch notes at 1 hour long. Now, a couple things that we need to talk about as a community real quick is so that you do not get caught with your pants down. Big warning. First off, Viella will not be coming with her English voice actor right away. We have confirmed through the Reddit while talking to the developer they are going to be working on their recording their Korean and English voices. But right now they are only being recorded in their Japanese voice. So currently, Summer Ember and Viella are going to have Japanese only voices. They are working on getting everything from Smilegate to do that. He's also talked to me briefly about it, but I haven't heard back on what he would like done or what information he would like from me on this. But they will be coming with their originally released with their Japanese only voice. Now I know for some of you, you don't care, but you have to remember, this is a great technique for bringing people into the game. There is a lot of people that are in my community that do not want to listen to Korean and Japanese voices. We want to listen to things in English, I being one. But it is also, you want that for the other person because you want them to enjoy the game like you enjoy it. Not being a stubborn, selfish snob who only wants your way in there. I want the Korean voice in there just as much as I want the English voice, as much as I want the Japanese voice. Plus, I want them dubbed in other languages. But that would take far more effort and far more time, but it's something that they can work on if they start making more money. So, that is something that you need to note here. However, when it's a rerun unit like this, Tamamo-no-Mae will come with her English, Korean, and Japanese voices. I want to make sure we point that out. Also, the Fran should also be the last English released character as of right now. Or the normal release character that will be in English. So, according to them, it'll take about a month and a half to get it cleared once they get it recorded. Again, as somebody who is in the industry, they can get this knocked out in probably a week. Patching into the game within a week of the recording being done and verified on, from the audio engineers and brought to them. Then it would take a month to get it completely verified by the company. So start looking for voices probably the end of the year. We'll start getting English patches where they're going to start adding in the English and Korean voices to the game. It does need to be done. This is a great tool for them. It does not cost a lot of money. Anybody who says it does not know the industry overall. It's not that bad. It's actually quite affordable in the grand scheme of how much you're spending, how much they're making. That is actually an affordable thing to do. It's not like it's millions of dollars per song. It's not like there's a bazillion royalty fees attached to it. It's a pretty clean and cut, dry system that you can get in and out very quickly. So that's something we wanted to point it out is, so we are going to see this trend for a little while. It will eventually stop, and eventually it will get caught up to where the character will eventually release with all three voices right away. But for right now, unless they have done it already, which I don't think they've had the time to do, she wouldn't be there. But this was confirmed early this last week. that all characters will be getting their English voiceovers and their Korean voiceovers eventually. So they just need to get the rights, and in the case of Viella, she would be a new hire, so you'd have to go out and actually look for a character that fits this personality. So you'd have to be looking at finding a new voice actor, where Ember is just contacting her original voice actor and saying, hey, I need you to record these lines, here's the funds, send it to me when you have the available time, and they'll send it to you. So that's something we wanted to point out. Overall, the patch notes are pretty good. I'm interested to see what's going on. I think I'm valuing Summer Ember's Summer Ember's Step Up Pack over Tamamo's because of the costume for Monad Ava. I would rather probably do that one. I don't think I can swing 2 in a month, so I'm gonna pick. If I'm gonna end up doing it, I'm doing Summer Ember's because of the costume for Monad Ava. Also, just as a disclaimer here, the Monad Festival that has been going on currently with being able to recruit will end. So Monad Ava will no longer be a selectable part of the reroll guide. So that's going to be it for the patch notes. We've got a lot of really good stuff coming. The only other thing I could say is try not to make these guides images. Or all these stuff images. I know it works, but God, this would make this so much easier if this was text that we could search. Nice background art. So, yeah. If you guys have any questions, you know where to find me. You can hit me up in the comments, Discord, or come hang out with me on stream. You know, I don't mind talking about this at any point in time. So we will... We'll try to get answers to you as soon as possible if you've got any. And yeah, that's it for patch notes. Keep an eye out for these videos. We'll be doing them whenever major patch notes drop. I'm not going to pop a video up for 30 seconds to cover a one-line patch note thing, but normally they're going to be done in these incremental, looks like about 3-week schedules. So about every 3 weeks, we'll have a patch notes video, or whenever they decide to do major patches, and we'll cover that, or specific major balance updates or something like that, like we did with Summer Ember. We'll be doing that in that category. So look out for that. This will be a reoccurring thing here to keep you guys informed. They will probably be roughly an hour long, depending on how much information there is to cover. So get back, enjoy your day. Thank you guys so much for all the support, and we'll see you guys in the next one.